My brothers and sisters, may the Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. After Jesus had spoken, a Pharisee invited him to dine at his home. He entered and reclined at table to eat. The Pharisee was amazed to see that he did not observe the prescribed washing before the meal. The Lord said to him, "O you Pharisees, although you cleanse the outside of the cup and the dish, inside you are filled with plunder and evil. You fools, did not the maker of the outside also make the inside? But as to what is within, give alms, and behold, everything will be clean for you." The Gospel of the Lord. Rather than focusing specifically on the scriptures this morning, I'd like to focus on the saint we celebrate today. It is such a new feast that there's not even prayers formally formed for it yet. We celebrate today the feast of St. John the 23rd, the great Pope who initiated the Second Vatican Council. And Pope Francis canonized him and beatified Paul VI back in 2014 and did it specifically in conjunction with this date because this date is the anniversary of the opening of the Second Vatican Council. Pope John was born in northern Italy and was ordained a priest in 1904, and after serving in World War I as a stretcher bearer, he became head of the Society for the Propagation of the Faith. He then in turn became a papal diplomat and served in Bulgaria, Turkey, and in France. He was named a cardinal and appointed Patriarch of Venice in 1953 by Pope Pius XII. And he was elected Pope in 1958 at the age of 78. Interestingly, at the time of his election, the conclave of cardinals were looking to put somebody in older so as to ensure that they would not have a long pontificate. Pope Pius XII had a relatively long one, and so they wanted to have somebody who would just come in and fill the space, if you will, for lack of a better term. And ironically, of course, the Spirit works differently, and John the 23rd worked differently. He came in and initiated the next great Reform Council. The last time we had one was in the Council of Trent back in the 1500s, and this is the next major Reform Council that took place. They really looked at seriously in all aspects of life of the church, doctrinally, practicing-wise, liturgically, and of course it met with, in many places, great accolades, and in other places being upset because it was changing the way we saw things and recognized how to work. The Second Vatican Council in turn then gave us the possibilities that we now experience today of hearing the Word of God and hearing the celebration of Eucharist in our own common tongues. All sorts of ministries were opened up, from the diaconate to allowing altar girls as opposed to altar boys. All sorts of little things that were changes and shifts into our understanding. He died in 1963 of stomach cancer. And he was a man of great vision, a man of great strength because he had to battle many forces within the church at the time of the council, and a man of great humor. One time he was interviewed by a reporter, and the reporter asked him, "How many people in the Vatican work?" And after a couple of minutes, he paused and said, "About half of them."